Dear life is the mission. Pretend all you want. Nobody is neutral on all the issues. Be honest. Tell us who you really are. Great. Thanks for being so straightforward. My job is discussion moderation, but I do have multiple strong leanings. I hope that my leanings come from 20 years of committed exploration and not from my childhood religious epigenetics. So here is where I land on religion. And let's save politics for 2030, shall we? Remember, I lean toward observation rather than blind faith. Observation has led me to believe in an intelligent design. Was that design evolutionary or instantaneous? I will talk about that in another discussion. A supreme spirit force who can reveal himself anywhere and in anything, I believe in. I am personally intrigued and drawn to the actual teachings of Yeshua, Jesus, the Christ. Please note that I did not say I am intrigued by American Christianity. I'm not, as religions and consumerism and politics have taken American Christianity hostage. Religion and politics have laid siege on the world of Christianity. Again, with respect to all other prophets, gurus, rabbis, teachers, wise men, and Buddhas, I personally find Yeshua Jesus very significant. Again, note, I did not list a religion or a denomination. No single religion or denomination has been able to contain Yeshua Jesus, though many have tried. Yeshua Jesus bodily declared, "My way of living is the way, the truth, and the life." Those were some pretty bold statements to make in the midst of a group of angry Pharisaical Jews who waited for a political, superpowered Messiah that would kick butt, take names, and then slaughter every name on the list, and then slaughter their wives and dash the heads of the foreign children on the rocks. Wow. I see in Yeshua Jesus a humble servant of the people who lives a life of minimalism. He never leaves his caste of blue-collar carpenter, yet his wisdom bridges every social demographic. Though a gifted, charismatic leader, he possesses humility, sharing the spotlight with at least 15 others, some of whom are women. This is in an age when women were considered of less value than farm animals. He is repeatedly turned on by the same people he has healed and fed and inspired. Yet this Christ was so centered, so non-vengeful, that he forgave them while they were doing it. I would have become bitter and vengeful. Christ possessed a peace that you and I long for, a life truly more worthy of a statue than a tombstone. He was enlightened, achieved, and transcended. Somebody said that Yeshua Jesus embodied the nirvana of Buddhism, the righteousness of Islam, the wisdom of Confucius, the charisma of Gandhi, the celebration of the Rastas, the leadership of Mandela, and the list could go on and on. Yeshua Jesus could walk into any religion and be seen as the fulfillment of all their desires and mantras. That's a mouthful. He alone met every early Hebrew Tanakh law. Our Muslim friends call Isa, their word for Yeshua Jesus, a great prophet and Messiah who one day would return to the earth and restore justice and defeat the evil in the last days. He is greatly revered as the true Messiah by the Catholic, the Protestant, and the Orthodox religions. Stop right there. That is an admirable achievement and miraculous, and certainly someone to pattern your life and my life after. Yeshua, Jesus, Isa, was the real deal. On the other hand, what this wonderful life achievement delivered is interesting. It brought about crucifixion and death. Because that is what evil man does with things of beauty and things of competition. We kill it. Let's be honest. Crucifixion was a tragic end to an awesome Christ possibility. Dietrich Bonhoeffer wrote, "Jesus is no draftsman of political blueprints, as he is the one who vanquished evil through suffering." But then you add to the Yeshua, Jesus Christ, Isa resume, the biggie, the only act that can totally separate this prophet from others, that is the resurrection of Christ. Resurrection is the fulfillment of a life well lived. But I know that some doubt the resurrection. Okay, if death was the end, his 3 years of recorded life would give me a model for worthwhile living. So if you don't believe in the resurrection at this point, you're still in the ballgame. If his life ends there, it is enough for me. I'm just speaking for me. Yeshua, Jesus, Isa, Messiah, is still the one to have watched. Nevertheless, let's move forward with a resurrection scenario. If it is possible that these thousands of witnesses in different places and different viewpoints were right, the resurrection proves that Christ superseded the criteria for another shot at life. He must have achieved ultimate nirvana. He must have met all the demands of religious laws. He did life right enough to be given the opportunity to keep on going on a superior level. According to a collection of post-Tanakh New Testament testimonies and other various historical documents of the day, God raised Christ from the dead. He walked again and talked again with his friends. This living Christ was witnessed by over 1,000 people. Again, Yeshua, Jesus, Isa, Messiah must have done something right. This resurrection gives me hope. You see, my life has had some hard days, but I really like what St. Paul wrote to his friends at Philippi. He said, when we live like Christ, even death can be received as gain. Wow. Christ, his title, meaning Messiah of the new kingdom of life beyond the confines of oceans and border walls. He is the deliverer from the doldrums of judgment, a rescuer from the slavery of lies, and a soldier with the weapons of a gardener, an advocate, a peacemaker. I personally find great inspirations from Christ because of his fair and equal treatment of women. While in the midst of a male-dominated society and religion, he is the excellent gender interrupter, having women as part of his holy entourage. His court was made of broken derelicts, testosterone-driven fishermen, foul-mouthed vagabonds, holy women, and former prostitutes. Yet he is respected more than our greatest people of history. In 3 notorious world-shaping years, he never wrote a book. Today I am reminded that more books have been written about this Christ and his teaching than any 1,000 of the world's most notable names. Enough for today. Let me remind you of a great danger. In our quest for observable, provable religious knowledge, we must not forget that our religious truth must be reflected in action. Has our theology and ideology made the world better or worse, more at peace or more at war? Do children eat or starve because of me? Do adults have jobs or unemployment because of me? If all my religion does is create another arguing point, then in the words of the poet, let us be damned and our religion as well. Anything worth believing is bringing life and hope to mankind. So bottom line, I have been given a lifestyle of example, Christ. Life is my mission. This week, whatever you call your religion, open your heart to hear the voice of the Creator to speaking truth. The Creator can speak in and through anything and everything. Hope to see you next week. Have some powerful things starting next week. Peace.